Hey guys, Cinerash here, and we're just going to go over a quick guide for the rogue that will basically carry you from start to finish with no issues whatsoever. We're going to be getting some of the skills here and just a little showcase of what they do and how we can use them to basically instantly nuke bosses and just kind of make your playthrough really easy. So here we go. Starting off in Venworth, this is the first time you can get to. You're going to want to head to the Nameless Village, and there's two places inside there you want to go. The first thing you want to do is you want to go to this house here. It's close to the inn, should be able to find it. There will be a letter here that talks about Thieves' Cant and Brass. You just want to follow the path up to the mansion, and there will be a guy out front for me, since I've already done it, but he'll be up against the fireplace. You just want to talk to this guy in front of me, and he'll give you the Blades of Pyre. Now, these look terrible to start with, but it's not that big of a deal, because with the next skill that we're going to get, it completely negates the effect of us getting burned and injured from it, while also gaining that strong ability damage as well as the fire damage. So you want to head into the Nameless Village depths. There's a little bit of a rogue parkour course that you got to go through, and then you'll end up here. This is the Thieves' headquarters. My guy's not here, but he'll have a scar over his face. You'll know who he is. He's the Thief Maester. He'll give you the skill that you need, but there's also some good starter thief items out here as well that I recommend getting. And Formless Feint basically turns you into Goku with Ultra Instinct. Allows you to kind of go crazy, and also it allows you to avoid all the damage that you would possibly take except magical damage. Something to keep in mind. But you can combine both of these skills, and you can see exactly what you can do with them. You can ignore the explosion damage because it's technically considered physical instead of magic, even though we're basically doing both. And it allows us to instantly nuke bosses while evading taking damage ourselves. Now, we can't hit some of these enemies, so we're going to need to get Implicate. As you can see here, just as a better form of Ensnare, and then Skull Splitter, which is the better form of Helm Splitter. We want both of these for two simple reasons. We obviously want the pulling one to try and pull down targets, but also Harpies because they're a pain in the ass, because we're melee, can't really hit them as much. And not having a Ranger or a Sorcerer on your team can kind of be a detriment to that. But we also want Helm Splitter for the simple fact that you can just simply cut off body parts. Very high skill, high damage dealing ability. But we can also combine it with Blades of Pyre, because what it does is it turns our weapons into flames. And then on top of that, with Helm Splitter, based off how fast you're spinning, the rotations and everything, you can light any enemy on fire that is not resistant to fire damage. So Drakes and Flame Slimes are going to be our biggest weakness here, but that's fine. Augments, we're going to be looking at only basically strength-based ones, so you're going to want to get Verve, Endurance, Lethality. You're going to want Exaltation, even though that's a mage one. You can obviously change that out later with Thu, so just more weight, and then Dominance, just more knockdown power. Of course, if you don't want to go down the mage path for Exaltation, because that's 10 levels, you can go and get Intrepidity, which is also really good. Or you can get Pernacity, which is also extremely good because that allows you to break through the opponent's guard, which causes them to stagger, which allows you to hit their weak spots a little bit easier. I prefer having more stamina, but if you prefer to knock them down a little bit easier, that's something you can do. Now, I'm just going to showcase my weapons. You can get these extremely easy at any level as you take the Illicit path through Bak Batal, and then you take the Labyrinth path from Bak Batal all the way down to the Flame Islands. You can get all of these items within probably about 4 hours of your first playthrough, as long as you can follow a path to get down there. And you can just purchase these items. They're the best in the game until you do the Unmoored World, which is the true ending. It's not that hard to get to the true ending. But these are just some of the items that I'm also using. The cloak, not really all that necessary, but the rings. Rings are super important. So you can use the Ring of Triumph by getting 20 Seeker tokens. It's not that great, but it does give more max stamina and the carry weight, which is awesome. But the Ring of Brawn is especially good for us rogues. Greater boost to strength, the less weight we carry, which affects our Blades of Pyre. If you could stack 2 of them if you're light enough. Or, if you're having trouble with weight, a Ring of Perfusion instead of the Ring of Triumph would definitely be better suited for you. Last up is just me rolling some bosses of all different difficulties, just showing you the difference in health bars and how well they perform. And yeah, here's a timer showing how easy it is to do with this build. Take care.